Hey, John. Hey, John. All right, Mike. Sorry about that, man. Last time we're doing it. See if I can get someone on here that I can see. Smoking Hobbit, how's it going? Ken? All right, see if we get this going. Are you guys on? All right. Here we go again. DMIG. I can't hear or see. Hey, Mary. Can't hear or see Justina or her. Mike, hang tight. We haven't had quite a problem like this. We'll get it started.
Here we are, same thing. Big
Okay.
delay. Holy, what do we
There's
want to
Mike.
do?
Uh, have Justine or someone else start it. Try it that way, because I can't. Oh, hold on. We're good.
So
Oh,
Hey,
everyone's good on my end. Hey,
good on this end. So the
Okay,
last
I
time we
can't.
waited, we had to do a whole show like that where we couldn't see our guest. I couldn't see him. I'm like, made it interesting.
wow.
I can't see Doc, so that's. But I see everybody else. I can hear everybody else.
You know,
Uh,
Okay.
we did a live on Tuesday. We had the same thing. I think Instagram needs to get their shit together.
Right?
truth,
Yeah, that's
mm,
crazy, man.
truth.
Absolutely crazy. So how you been, Mike?
Good, good, brother. Good. Thanks so much for the invite.
Yeah, absolutely. I was checking you guys out the other night. You've been busy, huh? I looked up your story and maybe we can, I know you've probably told it 100 times, but maybe you can back up just how you got into cigars and then uh, you have a great story with your buddy Ken.
Yeah, absolutely. So, Ken's my cigar smoking buddy. Has been for a couple years. We've been friends for, gosh, over a decade, probably close to 15 years or so. I started smoking cigars back when my smoked my first cigar when I was in the Navy and I got promoted to E5. My father-in-law at the time got a cigar and a glass of Crown Royal and said, "This is something we need to celebrate." And that was my first cigar. And it's kind of been onesie twosies for several years, you know, here or there, barbecues, golf outings, family vacations kind of thing. But a couple years ago, started really getting into the hobby, you know, and learning more about cigars and tasting notes and construction and different manufacturers and really expanding out. But to make a very long story as short as possible, Ken and I were sitting on my back porch one night about a year ago, September of last year, and we were just talking about our local cigar lounges, and we have some great local cigar lounges here in Newport News, Virginia,
Hey,
but
Greg.
none of them have everything that a cigar lounge needs, right? Some of them have great humidors, but poor seating. And some of them have great seating, but bad ventilation. And some of them have good seating and great ventilation, but a small humidor.
Yeah.
And the more we talked about it, the more we said, you know, I just looked at him one day and I said, you know, I think we could do it better. And so he agreed. And we started building a business plan. Um, we spent about 3 or 4 months doing industry research and putting together our business plan. And in January of this year, we went to the banks for a commercial loan, and about six of them, six different banks, three commercial banks and three SBA banks, all said the same thing. We love you guys. We love your business plan. We're not funding new startups because of the economy.
Mm-hmm.
So talk about a kick in the stomach. We were
Yeah.
literally sick to our stomach because we thought it
Yeah.
was a sure thing. And
Ken?
when we were sitting there one night crying, I was crying in my bourbon and Ken was crying in his beer over this thing. You know, Ken said, well, why don't we just do it online first? It was always part of the business plan, as part of the revenue stream. We were going to sell online. And I said, yeah, you know what? Let's do it. My background in corporate America, 20 years, is digital marketing. So
Okay.
I've got no problem building a website, doing social media, email marketing, all of that. And so we just took what we were going to put as a down payment on our commercial loan and put that into the website, in our inventory. And we built behind us, right behind me, right here, is our humidor. So it's about 1,200 square feet of a humidor space. We don't have it full yet, but we're working on it. And then we built a YouTube podcast studio, which is where I'm sitting now. And we went to work.
Awesome.
Nice.
Awesome.
On that note, you said U.S. Navy. Happy birthday, by the way.
Thanks, sir.
Yes. What was your MOS in the Navy? Or you guys call it something different in the Navy, right?
Yeah, it's our rate.
Job type.
Yeah, it's our rate. So the first 6 years, my official rate's a machinist mate. So I was working on main propulsion equipment, steam turbines, pumps, auxiliary equipment, that type of thing. And in my last 4 years, I went to shore duty and did military law enforcement, physical security.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Nice.
I didn't know they had that.
Yeah, I was in for 10 years. It's a CNO priority billet if you go out of rate to go to military law enforcement, physical security, to base police, basically. And so I did that. I went to the Military Police Academy in San Antonio, Texas, at Lackland Air Force Base, and then spent my last 4 years in doing base police. And that was a trip, man. That was great. I love that.
That's awesome. I see even on your site, buy any sample pack and you automatically get entered into for an $80 Lotus Quad Flame lighter V-cut combo.
Yep.
Pretty nice deal right there off the bat.
So we you know, it selling online is it's rough nowadays, right? Everybody has a website and everybody sells online. So we want to differentiate ourselves a little bit. And part of that is focusing on 5-packs, building custom 5-packs from our different cigar manufacturers. We focus primarily, if you've been on our website, you know, we focus on boutique brands right now. So we're carrying a lot of the unknown brands to the general cigar community. So as a way to help kind of get the word out and kind of get people interested in trying some of these new boutique brands, you know, we started offering a couple of different things as incentives. And this week, yes, you're right, we're offering the Lotus cutter and lighter. These are bronze plated, a quad flame lighter and a V-cut cutter. It cuts up to a 60 gauge ring gauge cigar. And then the week before, which was very popular, one of our manufacturers, Founder Cigars, had these made by veterans of the Leaf Cigar Club. I think you guys have heard a couple of those guys. And this holds their cigar perfectly. And
Wow.
the head comes off, so it's a George Washington modeled cigar rest. And it's awesome. And our customers and our fans love this. They went crazy over this. So much so that we went back to Founders and said, hey, guys, we need a couple more of these.
Yeah.
Because everybody loves them. You can't buy them anywhere. Founders isn't selling them. They're just dealing with their top retailers. They're sharing them with their top retailers and saying, hey, use these to get the word out about Founder Cigars, which is another veteran-owned company. So we're very proud to be a Founders retailer, and any of our veteran-owned cigar companies, honestly.
I got to say, I like that looking at the website. You list your cigars, but then you list veteran companies, which is great. I don't think I've seen that on other sites, which I'm surprised. Or maybe they are. I just hadn't come across it. It was a great touch.
Yeah, I hadn't seen it either, but being a veteran myself, and I want to give a shout out to, if I can, real quick, to Bearded Cigar Lover, Jake McCluskey. He built our website, and he's become a brother to Ken and I, and he's a veteran. And it was really kind of his idea to include veteran cigar companies as part of our overall theme, and we loved it. We fell in love with the idea, and we just ran with it, and this is where we're at. We have some great veteran cigar sampler packs available too that are only veteran-owned cigar companies that are in that sample pack.
Ken says Jake is the man.
Jake is my boy. He is awesome. He did a great job on our website, and he continues to provide support and guidance. He's got 20 years in digital marketing as well. So between he and I, we've kind of got digital marketing down. Ken, his background is kind of professional photography and videography, and he's helped me personally with my Instagram shots and our reels and everything we're doing over there. So it's kind of a triple threat or hat trick of digital marketing expertise on our side. So that's why we went this way with online sales first.
That's awesome. I caught part of your show the other night. There's 4 of you. Jake's part of that as well. You, Ken, there was another guy.
Scotty, Smoking Jazz.
Okay.
Yep. So Jake and
listening.
Scotty aren't really on staff with us. It's just really Ken and I as part of the company officially. But
Gotcha.
Those guys volunteer so much and have been so helpful in our process. It just made sense to have them on our podcast. And we really feel like the conversation flows better with 4 people rather than just 2 idiots sitting there smoking cigars and talking about, they add a wealth of information and comical relief, believe it or not, more often than not.
Very
So
true.
how long you plan on doing this before you try again, since the financial backing kind of put a pivot in your original strategy?
Great question. So the original plan was we needed to have, about 9 to 12 months, and the bankers all told us the same thing.
Okay.
If you were an existing business with 9 to 12 months of revenue and cash flow, then we would write you a check today. So that's kind of our target goal, is to get to 9-month mark, get to the 12-month mark, and then maybe go back and see where we're at.
Nice.
The ultimate goal is to have a brick and mortar lounge. We kind of have an area picked out here in Hampton Roads, without giving anything away to, potential competition or anything where that might be. But we kind of have an area picked out that we want to be. We think it's an underserved market in Hampton Roads, and we're excited about it. So we just need to get through the next, we've been open now for 4 months, and this business has been great. I expected us where we're at now from a revenue perspective. I expected to be somewhere around 6 months, or 6 to 8 months or 9 months. And we've beat that hands over. We beat that goal. So we're very excited about where we're at right now.
That's awesome.
That is awesome. Good.
Hard work pays off. I did. So one of our sponsors of our show, we picked up is Greg.
Hey, Leroy.
We were just working with him, and he was saying, we're telling him who we're having you on tonight, and he's like, he just picked up my cigars. I'm like, oh, awesome.
Yes.
A lot of boutique cigars I saw.
Yep.
Really good.
We just sold out of his Sun Country. I think it was yesterday.
Really?
Yeah, absolutely.
Good sticks.
Yeah.
Yep.
I like
Great guy. We love Greg, and his product is a great. I wish more people knew about it. That's the only downfall with Fuerte Libre is, people. That's the number one thing people come to our site. We've heard is, you got a great site. You guys got great social media. I've never heard of any of these cigars. And my initial reaction is, wait a minute. You've never heard of any of these cigars?
Yeah.
Are you a real cigar smoker?
Where have you been?
I mean,
Under a rock?
we've got some really great stakes in here.
Yeah.
Some great manufacturers between Warfighters, Dissident Cigars, Blackworks, Black Label Trading Company, Hooten Young, Big Sky Cigars, which I'm smoking right now. Shout out to those guys. I love the Big Sky cigar line. Absolutely. Oh, yeah. These are some great lines that are pretty well known. If you haven't had some of these, I really am gonna. Are you sure you're a cigar smoker?
Right. How many different brands are you guys carrying right now?
I think right now we're carrying about 14 different brands.
Okay. What is your goal? Do you have a cap number?
On brands?
Yes, that you're wanting to carry.
No, we don't really have a goal for cap. We want to carry what our customers want us to carry. We do, you know, hearing so many, we've heard like 4 or 5 times. You hear it once and you just kind of brush it off. You hear it twice and you go, huh. You hear it 3 or 4 times and you go, okay, maybe we need to start carrying some of the premium lines, right? Some of the Ashtons, the Padrones, you know. So a goal for us is to get to the point where, and we're close, where we can, you know, work out a deal with the distributor to get some of those lines. We can't go direct to the manufacturers right now, like Padrone, right? Padrone's a minimum $25,000 order to bring in their line, because they don't want you to bring in just the 64 and the 26. They want you to bring in all the children line also.
Yeah.
And, you know, so it's a huge order. So we're going to go through a distributor, a local guy we know and like very much, and trust. It's very important. So we're working on bringing some of those lines in sooner rather than later. But, you know, our goal is to fill a 1,200 square foot humidor and then to expand that even further. So whatever our customers are looking for, that's our real goal, is to satisfy those guys.
It's good.
One thing I noticed, worldwide shipping, is that right?
No.
Or how far are you guys willing to ship?
So we will ship anywhere in the United States or United States territory.
Okay.
Anything outside of that, you really start running into some serious paperwork and taxes and some legal issues I don't think we're really prepared to deal with yet. We may get there eventually, but right now we're shipping anywhere in the continental United States or any U.S. territory that basically accepts USPS delivery.
Gotcha. No Canada.
No, we haven't even had an order come in from Canada yet.
Really?
Nope.
John, where are you at? Why haven't you ordered? Where's John? Is he still on here?
John's still on here. Hey, Frank. Drift, if I missed anybody, sorry. Everybody, thank you. Ken, for hopping on tonight. We really appreciate it. We're on with Mike from Toro Cigar Company. He's been hustling the last 4 months since get going here.
It's been hustling, brother. I can promise you that.
What's been the surprisingly hardest part of getting it off the ground for, you know, somebody that doesn't see behind the scenes?
Honestly, probably the most difficult part is selecting your initial product lines. Mm-hmm. We got, when we went live, we had probably 6 product lines, boutique brands that I had smoked and fell in love with, and we had connections with those manufacturers or reps somewhere along the way. But what really turned the key for us for that was PCA, going to PCA in July. We got to go to PCA we rode the tailcoats, basically our founder cigars. We traveled with them. They had a booth, and the deal was we come help them set up, give those guys a couple of breaks every now and then during the day so they could walk around and network a little bit. And in return, we got to walk around and sign new manufacturers. And that was a huge turning point for us because we got to sign a lot of manufacturers. We signed manufacturers that originally told us no because we sold online only. But when
Yep.
we met them face to face at PCA, they were like, "Hey, we're sorry. We actually like your story. We love your story, and we'd love for you to carry our line." And we were able to bring on, as an example, Viva La Vida. Initially, they told us no when we reached out to them via email and through the normal channels. They're like, no, you guys sell online only. We're not interested. But when we met them at PCA and when we met the actual owners, they were like, well, tell us what's going on, man. We'll hear your story. And we told them our story, and they were like, man, that's a great story. Okay, great. What do you need? How can we help you? And that was the resounding response from everybody we talked to at PCA. And it was a huge kick in the pants for us because it doubled our product line overnight.
That is awesome.
Mm-hmm.
That's got to be a good feeling taking that. I mean, it's not a small trip, right?
Right.
Going out, coming back with companies that you tried and not failed before, but they just wouldn't take it. So that's awesome. Hard work pays off.
It was a great
Right,
morale booster for us because hearing no, you sell online only, and I get it. The cigar industry wants to support the brick and mortars, but I knew if we could sit down with them for 5 minutes and share our story, where we started to, where we want to go, and that we do want to do a brick and mortar, that if they just heard that story, they might give us a shot. And we didn't hear one no at PCA. We got to sign up everybody that we wanted to before we went.
That's awesome.
High-end cigar. Yeah, you're correct. All you need is a chance and to take your shot. Great story. That's awesome.
Appreciate it.
I'm going to take this time real quick. We do this at 8:30 every show. We're associated with Stogies for Servicemen. Great organization. Sean is the president. He busts his butt. He's getting packages out to servicemen all over the world. Please give him a DM. Contributions, if you guys would just like to make a money contribution, it all goes towards shipping. Seems to be very expensive. Also, if you guys would like to donate any cigars, DM Stogies for Servicemen. Sean, he can help you out. It would be muchly needed and muchly appreciated. Veterans.
Time of year.
Yeah.
Just the season, y'all.
And when you're away from home, nothing is better than getting a package. I'm telling you. So it's a really big deal for the servicemen themselves. We also have, hey, Cope and gentlemen, we also have an after show we started up that's really taken off. We have a great time. Man, last week we brought the house down with Belladonna cigars. We had one of the best shows we've done after the show. So if you guys are interested, you can DM me at drholden72. I can send you the Zoom link. We'll fire it up just after 9 o'clock when we end this show, and that goes on from till it ends.
Yep.
Sometimes late.
Yep.
And that show, Doc, is that show got a sponsor?
We have a sponsor coming up for that show, Cigar Clowns. They will be sponsoring our after show. Yeah, our show is going through some changes ourselves. We're growing. We have picked up several sponsors for our show. Sir Louis is a huge sponsor with us.
Yep.
Herm, I'll let you throw him out.
Yep, little Sir Louis right there. He wanted to make sure that we mentioned forgive me. I mentioned that he's got the SP 1014s in stock. They're back in stock. He's got the complete sampler pack of the SP 1014s, 7-pack. That's also back in stock. Also the RS88s and the Industry Killer is also, that package is also back in stock.
Great cigars.
Yep.
They really are great cigars, I gotta say.
You haven't watched their Louis lives? Shame on you.
Yes.
That man is a freaking salesman.
He is. Definitely.
He will have you broke by the end of that live. It's ridiculous, but he's awesome to watch and he's very entertaining.
Yep. Great deals on cigars. I've been trying the street meats. I got to tell you, for the price of the street meats, go on there, check them out. These could be one of the better deals out there for samplers. I'm telling you right now. Check out Sir Louis. These are fantastic. So you're going to get these packs. These are different cigars. Some of these were overruns. They're not seconds. He can't disclose what companies they were, but he straps street meat on it, and he's getting you top quality cigars at a fantastic price. I enjoy these uh, every night now that I've sat down here. They're excellent. Also, we have Greg joined us. Guess Justine.
Yep. So we got Greg Fuche Libre Cigars. Hit him up on Instagram. So what Doc has is also what I'm smoking. It is the Bushwhacker. It's probably one of my top favorites, the medium cigar. Hit him up. He does do sample packs. The great thing about his cigars, when they come out, you do get a description of all his cigar lines. What is the wrapper, filler, and binder. And awesome thing is that he's also started incorporating these cards to start you writing down your flavor notes. So I'm really big about recording. I mentioned this in the past, the smoke books, but recording your flavor notes and the strengths and everything to keep record. I mean, you smoke a lot of cigars, and it's you kind of lose track sometimes. You know, sometimes they kind of blend over time. So it's pretty cool to have that to kind of reference back to. So it's a really cool thing. So hit up Fuerte Libre Cigars. Greg's a pretty awesome guy. He's a pretty awesome guy to talk to, too, if you haven't had the opportunity to do so.
He is.
Yep. And one more, OM Cigars. I've normally smoked these during the shows. I've got to know Oz, the owner, over the years. If you guys like great, rich cigars, this is a fantastic lineup he's got for samplers. OMcigars.com. Check him out. He also is selling a really cool travel humidor, travel pack he has. It's a leather. It stretches as you fill it up, so it's a really cool setup. I believe that's $65. Don't quote me on that. Check it out on the website. Great cigars. Again, the ones we've picked here, we feel like we've teamed up with a really good crew. Like Mike was saying, some people he's finding may not have heard of some of them. We do roughly 50 shows a year. We smoke a lot of different cigars and try them out. We stand behind every cigar we're showing on here. We're trying to put a good package together for you guys watching. Try these out. We're not steering you wrong. Fantastic stuff between all three of them. Excellent. And tonight we also have giveaways. I'm going to do one right now. Bella Dama, last night, I'm herfing with her. And she told me to give a 5-pack away tonight. So, Mike, you come up with any question you want, and somebody has to answer it in the messaging. And whoever gets it correct, I will DM your address, and I will have her send the 5-pack right out to you.
Whatever question I want.
Yep.
Nothing like being put on the spot a little bit there.
Right?
Okay. What is the wrapper for the new Hooten Young 30th anniversary Gothic Serpent? If you can answer that question, you can win.
Jesus.
Answer it in the chat.
Yeah.
Answer in the chat.
In the chat.
Yep.
Man.
We got Cameroon.
Not correct. Cameroon is the original Gothic Serpent. This is the 30th anniversary. The 30th anniversary just released at BCA. It actually just shipped last week. In fact, we were one of the first retailers to get the new box.
Look at
Nice.
It's gorgeous. It's absolutely gorgeous.
Wow.
Be nice. It's Honduras.
Nope. Honduras is not correct. San Andreas is not correct.
Oh, what about Sam Andreas? He's a cousin.
Sumatra. Hey, RVD Dakin got it. Sumatra. It's a Sumatra.
Dang, Rick, you are on a freaking roll.
Ricky got it.
Of our giveaway.
All right, brother. I already got your address, I believe.
To Canada.
Wait till will. I tell Billadum.
Can't wait to-
That's awesome. That's awesome. Very,
Yeah,
very
you,
good. All
you
right, we
haven't
got.
shipped that package yet, have you, Doc? You haven't shipped that package to up north?
I did. It's already on its way, so there'll be. I guess there'll be another one. Yeah. Yeah, we got 2 more giveaways coming up here. Mike, so you're in a few different clubs in the community?
Yeah, actually, I am. I was I joined Barrel Burners. Um, gosh, almost 2 years ago now, and it took me about 8
Hey,
months
Oz.
to get patched on Barrel Burners.
8
Oh, yeah.
months?
Yeah, because their point system, and you have to chat
Yep.
on their Discord,
That,
and you get
that's
points for every chat.
exactly why I didn't join it.
And
I'm like,
Seriously?
there's no way I can keep up.
and the levels go quick, 1 through 10, but once you hit 12, it starts slowing down, and when you hit 20, it really starts slowing down. You got to get to level 25 on their server. But it's a great community. I love those guys. I herf with them every Friday night. And then I'm also a member and a joint chief in leadership of the Veterans of the Leaf Cigar Club, which is primarily veterans, first responders, active duty military, and veteran supporters.
So anybody that
It's
supports
anybody.
veterans.
It really is anybody, but we do limit supporters. There is a cap on the number of supporters versus veterans, active duty military, first responders, police, and law enforcement. We consider part of the veteran community, the service community. But I think right now, overall, supporters are limited. Right now, they're about 20% of the total club size, and that's kind of where we like it.
Nice.
So on
go ahead, Herm.
on that Veterans Club, if I had a close up picture of a Chinook helicopter, would that get me in?
Yeah, if you took the picture.
I took the picture. I got the negative.
Yeah. It's a great club. It's a great organization. Joey Hudson is the president of the club, and he does a great job leading us through it. We do a lot of great things for the community. We do in-person live events.
Nice.
We do a lot of things. We got a lot of stuff coming up for breast cancer awareness. We did a Veterans of the Leaf patch for Veterans of the for breast cancer awareness. That's pink, and the club's available to buy it, and all the proceeds are going to be donated to breast cancer awareness charity.
That's awesome.
It is. Especially for this month.
Yeah, it's a great organization, and Joey does a great job leading us, and the other joint chiefs and myself. We do our best to keep everybody in line and grow the club and keep doing things that. In fact, this ring we do rings. You can buy your own ring.
I saw that. I think on one of your posts, I was like, "That's a badass ring." Yep. They got.
It feels like a Super Bowl ring when you put it on. I wasn't sure if I was going to like wearing it, but I got it. The day I got it, I put it on. I don't think I've taken it off since.
Very cool.
That makes it really leave a mark too.
Right?
Yeah. Did you put the writing in backwards? Right, so you can leave the mark.
Right.
Yeah.
Nice.
So, Mike, tell us a little about how did you guys come up with the name for the company?
Toro Cigar Company. Well, that's great. When we were looking at, originally in our business plan, we had a different name for the brick and mortar lounge. But when we decided to go online, we wanted something that tied to the cigar community, and the Toro cigar size is one of my favorite cigar sizes. So, and because Toro is kind of duplicit in its cigar size, and it's also representative of a bull, Ken and I just figured, man, we could make a really cool bull logo. In fact, we got a bull up right behind us in our podcast studio. So
Nice.
It just fit, and the more we talked about it, and the more we thought about it, it just sat right with us. So that's where we landed.
Huh. Okay. I like it.
Uh,
I like it.
I did see in your description on the 757 mic page, cigars, bourbon, beard, faith. I guess we can start with bourbons. Is that what you prefer to pair with your cigars, or do you have a favorite pairing?
I do. My favorite bourbon is the Woodford Reserve, and it goes with. I'm a darker cigar. I like the San Andreas wrappers, the broadleaf Connecticut.
Good.
You know, medium to full body, and the bourbons pair nicely with almost all of those. So, yeah, I'm a big bourbon fiend. I'll try anything. Tonight I'm having a Bib and Tucker,
Nice.
6 year barrel aged Michener. I love that.
Mitch,
Yep.
good one.
Yeah,
Knob
rum.
Creek. I love some Knob Creek too. Absolutely.
I'm a big rum drinker.
Which
Ken's
rum do you have tonight?
Ken's more of a beer drinker. He really enjoys a good beer. Me, I'm more of a bourbon drinker.
I love my beers, but I've recently learned I have a sensitivity to gluten. So I learned the hard way how I literally have like a red rash trail every time I drink bourbon. So it's very rare that I still drink it. It doesn't stop me from drinking it. However, rum is naturally gluten free and I love rum. So I was like, I'll just lean more to rum. So I'm drinking Oliver's rum.
Rum's a
Mhm.
little more sweeter though, right?
Yeah, they don't have I guess like a harsh bite.
Right.
But I still like it either way, but I think that's partially why I tend to pull to it more. It's easier to go down on any time of day for me.
When it comes to pairing, I think you can go one of two ways, right? You can go to complementary flavors
Mm-hmm.
where a bourbon has a little more harshness to it. It's going to complement the stronger cigars, or you go with sweeter and contrast the harshness and kind of offset it a little bit. So you can go either way with that.
Yep.
Very nice. Herm?
Bamboo
Ready for another giveaway?
Yeah.
Let's do it. Let's do it. So, all right, I make these little. Right now, I have. Huh?
Kitty just hopped on.
Oh, I'm sorry. Hey, kitty cat. Meow. Sorry. I saw that. And I went way left. Yeah, left field in that one. Thank you. Anyways, so I make a
Diplomatico.
cigar rest. Last night I punched out 5 of them. 3 of them. These are 2 that are. I've got some defects in them, and I need to fix them. So they'll be available later. But to give you an idea of what I make, this is the rough cut stuff. I've got 3 of them at my laser engraver right now that are hopefully getting engraved. I don't know. Anyways, so I have one of these to give away, and I have a question. So the question is, or I should say, so U.S. Navy. Again, I'm a Navy veteran. I did a year on a ship. Went to the Persian Gulf, came back. Went to A school for construction mechanics. And then I was a CB for the last 2.5 years, whatever it was. So I've been around the world twice, roughly.
Seaman.
Yeah. Well, no, I was a seaman in the beginning, but then I grew bigger to be a construction mechanic.
The young guys are seamen. I'm serious. I was in the Army, so I don't know these things.
Doc and I go way back.
That's actually pretty close. A lot of rates are designated seamen.
Maybe.
And the engineering rates are designated firemen.
Yeah.
And then
Right.
the aviation rates are designated airmen.
Yep. Seaman, fireman, airman, and then you move up from there to your actual job title, as I call it. But yeah, so construction mechanic in my final. Yeah, that picture I showed earlier was when I was a seaman out there. This is probably in the Persian Gulf, but
Been there, done that.
Anywho, USS Abraham Lincoln Battle Group, 1991. 91, yeah.
Wait,
Anyway,
you were in the Persian Gulf in '91?
yes.
Desert Shield, Desert Storm?
Yeah.
Yeah, so was I. I was probably on one of your support ships.
We were actually we were the mothership for the minesweepers.
Okay.
We got pulled off of the battle group, and we got tasked. We got the beautiful task of setting anchor just a few hundred miles from Iraq and Iran in the Persian Gulf, and we sat there for 3 months.
So I was on two small ships. I was on a guided missile cruiser, the Harry E. Yarnell CG-17 for my first ship, but my med cruise in the Persian Gulf, I was on a fast frigate, 1084, the McCandless, and we did boarding operations enforcing the trade embargo on Iraq. So we were boarding cargo ships and searching them for contraband weapons and military equipment that was being shipped into Iraq.
Oh, nice. Good for the yeah, yeah, John Swirl. Yeah, I could go on that story. Holy shit.
Yeah, that's a whole nother herf.
Yeah, that's a whole other herb. Oh my God. Did you guys do on reps too?
Yep.
Out there? Okay. Probably off the same ships that we did.
Yep.
I'm sure. Yeah. Anyways, okay.
Question is,
The question is, since it's the Navy's birthday today, this is a naval question. How many Japanese aircraft carriers were sunk at the Battle of Midway?
Wow.
Let's have people send that to my DM. First one with the right answer. How many Japanese aircraft carriers were sunk at the Battle of Midway? Send it to me in my DM, please.
I don't
damn, my
know that one.
Let me see.
Not
Man, I
as
probably
Bernie
can't
says
even
years.
look at
many
that.
as that for an answer.
A
What's that?
lot.
A lot.
Not as many as that should have been.
Right.
That's a tough one. I have no clue. I'd have to Google that one.
It's a tough one.
Let's go to Herb's DM. Yeah. I should have brought my freaking laptop up here. I could look it up quick. Shit, I didn't even think about that. Oops.
All right.
Hey, let's
I
go
got
on
one.
to it. Go ahead.
I got one. I put together a 4-pack of our sponsors here. These are fantastic cigars. We have Greg Cigar in here. It's Connecticut, which is really good. Cigar Clowns, OM Cigars, and Sir Louis Street Meat. So this is a great pack right here. The first person that snaps me a shot that they bought a 5-pack from Toro Cigars, I will mail this to you as a bonus for buying that 5-pack. How's that?
Nice. Good job.
Just DM me at drholden72. Send me a picture. First person, send me a picture of your receipt. Just screenshot it. I guess no sensitive information. I don't want that, but just show me that you bought it, and I will tell you if you won. Give me your address, and I'll get these right out to you. Awesome.
That was good. That was a good one.
All right. So, Mike, what have we missed?
I don't know. We covered a lot. There,
Any-
I think we covered
Anything
a lot.
upcoming?
Anything upcoming? Yeah, we actually have a Veterans Day event we're doing here. Like we don't have an actual brick and mortar lounge, but we do have a private lounge that we do invitation only for in kind of our podcast studio and our shop. We have a Veterans Day event we're putting on. We got 25 tickets available, and we're doing It's $75 a ticket. If you're in the Hampton Roads area in Virginia, or you're willing to travel, then DM myself, Bearded Cigar Lover, Ken, or Toro Cigar Company, and we'll get you the registration link. And it's 8 cigars and a steak dinner that includes baked potatoes, sides, everything else. And we're going to come out here from 4 to 8 on November 11th, Saturday, November 11th, and we're going to barbecue steaks and do baked potatoes and sides, and we're going to smoke cigars, and we're going to have 25 veterans or active duty military, and we're just going to celebrate Veterans Day together.
That's
That
awesome.
is awesome. That's
Yeah.
a hell of a good deal, too.
Yeah, it's a great deal, and we've got a lot of our manufacturers are sending a bunch of swag for door prizes. We're super excited about the response we got for that. So we're getting flooded with all kinds of swag from the manufacturers, our boutique brands that want to get, T-shirts, hats, sweatshirts, ashtrays, everything. So we've got it's an exciting time. We're super excited about that event. It's our first in-person event, so to say, and we're super excited about it. Great response so far. We do have a limited number of tickets still available. If you're in the area, DM one of us. We'll be glad to get you the link to register for it.
That's awesome. Yeah, that's a good deal.
Nice.
Very good.
$75 for the 8 cigars. That's a deal right out the gate. But
And then a steak.
and then a steak dinner
Yep.
on top of it.
Come
you
on.
kind of can't beat it.
Not
Nope.
particular
That's a good deal.
network. That's awesome.
So, podcast a little bit. I caught one the other night. You guys do it same time every week? Maybe you can tell people how to catch your show.
Yeah, that's great. So we publish the show every Sunday, and then we promote it on social media on Monday. So if you missed if you haven't subscribed to the YouTube channel, YouTube's our primary venue right now. We are working on getting everything out to, Spotify and all the other podcast carriers, the audible versions. But YouTube is the spot right now, especially if you want to watch rather than just listen.
Mm-hmm.
But we've been recording probably, we've got about 4 or 5 episodes actually published,
Mm-hmm.
but we've got another 8 or so in the can. We tried to work up during our initial launch. We wanted to have a lot of stuff in the can because it's 4 of us, and getting all of our schedules aligned to be able to shoot the podcast is kind of difficult sometimes.
It is very difficult.
We do it in person, so it's kind of difficult. So we try to shoot as far in advance as we can, and then publish the podcast later. But already it's evolved. It's evolving as it goes. It's getting better and better. The sound quality is getting better. The 4 guys on it are getting more comfortable and more natural in front of the camera and talking. So it's getting a little more authentic, I would say, is the best word for it as we go along. But yeah, it's been great so far. So far, we've had over, I think we've got 4 episodes published. We have well over 3,500 views already on our podcast. The response has been amazing because we have more views with 4 podcasts published than some of the cigar podcasts that have been publishing weekly for 5 years.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's really, really kind of crazy that we've had that kind of response. So it's really encouraged us and helped us to stay motivated to keep going and do it more.
Now, I did see on some of them, you guys just pick a topic and sit down, and I listened to Jake talk about, did he say he only washes his beard every 10 days?
Yes. Yeah.
I mean,
that was the man show.
I did take a double take at that one. I won't lie. I mean, I know he knows what he's talking about, but I'm thinking there's shit in there by then, right?
Yeah,
You got
He's got potato chips on the 10th day. He's got potato chips, a little bit of beef jerky out in there. He's got soda drops and stuff in there. But that was the man show, and it was so popular. We've committed to doing a man show at least once a month where we're going to talk about not only cigars, but just man topics, beards, bourbon, hunting, fishing, guns, whatever the topic is of the day that we come up with.
We like that.
We try to keep it cigar related. We want it to be a little bit educational, but we also don't want it to be dry and, drone on about how to cut a cigar. You can only cover that so many times, and so many people have already covered that topic. It's it would be a little bit ridiculous for us to do that at this level. So we're trying to keep it fresh, keep it new. We did an NFL podcast where we talked about the upcoming NFL season and smoking cigars in cigar lounges while you watch the NFL games, right? So those are the kind of topics we're kind of leaning towards and trying to stick
That's
to.
a good one.
Cigar lounge etiquette. We're all about the lounge, right? Because we all know in the community that's home. That's your second home, right?
Yep.
So that's where we really want to stay focused on.
On that.
How does he shower and not wash his beard? Does that mean Jake showers every 10 days? Well, you could put that together, I guess. Yeah.
That's an assumption, but
damn, Jake. We'll have to have a separate herf on that one. Maybe the after show we can discuss that. Yeah.
that would be.
You got some time to join us on the after show for a little bit?
Yeah, absolutely.
You and Ken, is Ken with you?
Ken actually just walked out. His wife just got home, and he hasn't
Gotcha.
seen her for a couple of days, so he just walked out of the shop. But
Okay. Excellent. Justina?
Yeah. I had a comment to make about the beard thing, but I'm going to wait till the after show.
Oh.
We'll wait till the after
John
show.
says he got my attention at cigars and bourbon.
so this beard is actually new for me. This is, being a veteran, if you walk around, a lot of veterans have facial hair, if you noticed, because when you're in the military, you're required to shave every day. Doesn't matter, it doesn't, unless you're a Navy SEAL or Special Forces, you're shaving every day.
So is this you guys being rebellious?
Well, kind of. And so when I got out of the military, I joined corporate America immediately. And I went 20 years of corporate America where this kind of thing is probably frowned upon pretty heavily, So I kept a much closer beard when I had one, clean shaven a lot or just a goatee. But I knew, last September when we started talking about Cigar Lounge and doing our own thing, I just started growing it, and I haven't shaved it or trimmed it. I think I've trimmed it twice in the last year, and couldn't be happier with it. I like it. My wife loves it, surprisingly.
It looks great.
She loves this beard, so I'm all for it. If she likes it, I get to keep it. That's the rule.
That's right.
Nice.
Right. Happy wife.
Happy wife, happy life.
That's right.
Yes. Herm has the spiral of death going. Very nice.
I see that.
It's probably one of the best pictures when he's frozen at it. Because usually it's something absurd. Oh, never mind.
He's coming back in. All right, folks. On that, it's 9:00. We'll close this out. If anybody is interested in joining our after show, DM me right now at drholden72. I'll send you the link once we get it fired up. Take me 5 or 10 minutes. We'll get it going. And we'll continue the conversation over there. Have a cigar with us and a drink with us or whatever you got going on.
Yeah.
We appreciate it. All right, guys. We'll see you next week. Mike, I can't thank you enough. Great interview, man. I get nervous when I interview interviewers, right?
Doc, thank you so much for having me on. It was really an honor to be asked, and I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. It was a pleasure.
You bet, brother.
I really enjoyed it.
Anytime we can help too, tag us in your stuff. We're more than happy to help wherever we can.
Appreciate it. Thank you.